John, a tough one to take. We've had to wait a while to get you in here. What was kind of the inquest in the change room there?
Just we're not scored in three games. You go. People get wrapped up in runs and things like that. We went 6 unbeaten, and then all of a sudden we've got another run where we've not scored in 3. The margins are so fine in football, we've had to work hard to get that mini run that we did and get ourselves within touching distance of the playoffs. But then decision making has gone awry again over the last couple of games. Listen, everyone will go away and say we played well. You know, we've created chances. They've had a single shot on goal. This is against a full-time team, a good side. But we've fallen on the wrong side of the margins again. And at some point, you know, it's got to stop. You know, the honeymoon period talk has got to stop. At some point, people have got to start taking responsibility for the jobs on the pitch. You know, the amount of chances we create first half and missed, it becomes disheartening. I think for the first time since I've personally been here, I've come away and I've gone, do you know what? Is the message getting over? You know, we seem to be taking 2 steps forward and then 1 back again. But you look at the Gateshead game, you look at the Dagenham game, you look at Kiddie, you look at Fylde, them games all against full-time sides, where we really want to aspire to be. The margins are so fine. You know, you're not getting ran over, you're not getting beats 2s, 3s, 4-0. You know, the margins are so fine at this moment in time. We just fall on the wrong side of that. But it's getting used to winning again. It's any habit's the same. You know, you forget how to win and you forget how to lose. And at this moment in time, it's just trying to find the answers how you come off the back of not losing for 6 and they're not scoring in 3. But in terms of performance, it was good. You know, I think most people were relatively happy with that. But it comes down to results. That's all the game's about.
We were saying there was a lot of similarities, a bit of deja vu from this time a week ago when we drew 0 with Kidderminster. So we felt it was a very similar game in the way it panned out, but the difference was Fylde took a chance. That was really the only difference.
Yeah, I think the big difference from last week was the amount of chances we created first half. I don't think it was a chance of note last week. We said the same, to be honest, you bang on. Whereas the second half, we've huffed and puffed. Listen, there's a lot of tired legs throughout the league at this moment in time with the amount of games that have been played. Saturday, Tuesday. And when you get tired legs, your mind starts to go as well, and your decision making comes away from where it should be. And I think that's what happened with 1 or 2 things. Tom Walker, who we know well, just put a ball in an area, and Will Hatfield, who's done it for years and years, makes a late run in the box, just gets a slight touch on the ball. It's not something they've worked on a training ground or anything like that. It's just one of them where they've showed a bit of desire to get in the box. We've not tracked a runner, and you know, they've pinched a goal. As you say, it didn't happen last week. But we've got in some good positions there, and you come away going, another day you might have been 2-0 at half time, and it's a different thing. But it's moment in time we've just fallen on the wrong side of it again.
And Jude Yebo came in. I think it's his first start for the club. He went off injured. Is there any update on Jude? And thought he had a good impact when he came at the side.
Yeah, and he's just cramp. As I said, a lot of tired legs at this moment in time. A few injuries in there, and trying to give lads a start, but then they're coming back out with 1 or 2 niggles. But Oates is over there, and he's doing an unbelievable job at this minute, just patching people up and getting them on the. We can't train. We're not getting the bodies during the week to be able to train at this moment in time. So it's just a case of resting and then coming back for the next game. But Jude's fine. He's just cramp. As he said, it's his first game, first time he's played probably over 60 minutes in months. So I thought again, like he was on Saturday, he was a constant threat.
And Saturday, I suppose, when we struggled to score goals, we couldn't against the Brackley side, who've only conceded 18 in the league. They won again 1-0, which is very common. Be a very, very tough challenge, but we already knew that anyway.
Yeah, but they're a good side. Look, I keep saying the same thing about us. We're not trying to aspire to be these football clubs, but we'll look at them as football teams and what they're doing for us to be able to get there. Brackley a bit of an anomaly when you look at the top 4 in the sense, or even the top 7, where there's only a couple of sides that are part-time. But they've been there, like Spennymoor have. Like our teams have over the last few years, where they're constantly around the top 7, 8, 9. And this year, you know, the probably them results where they've drawn a lot in the past, they've fallen on the side of winning 1-0, and that comes from being together and consistency and momentum, which is what they've got. It's going to be a hell of a tough game. And if we're struggling putting the ball in the back of the net at this moment in time with the likes of Glenn Taylor, Jordan Fewers, Jordan Preston, Rob Ramshaw, etc., it's going to be even tougher on Saturday. But we're playing all right. I mean, Saturday we were disappointed, and you like to think that was a one-off since we've come in. But performance levels and chances created, we've been more than content with. But Saturday be a tough one because you know how organised they're going to be, and we know what they're chasing.
And just finally, definitely lost your voice after that. That shows the level of passion you're trying to get over on the sidelines.
Yeah, but To be honest, yeah, I've not been so good this week. To be fair, I don't think it's too much to do with that. I think passion. The minute I lose my passion, the minute Byrne loses passion, I'll pack it in. I've got too much going on at home with my children, my family, and other stuff to not be passionate. And that's one of the conversations we just had with the lads actually in there, in the sense of don't just turn up and be happy with your performance. Do everything you can to find a way to win. Listen, me and Byrne, from a personal level, in our worst season in our careers. Lots of self-reflection of why that is. You know, Spennymoor have had a tough season, as our previous club did as well. So there's a lot of self-reflection from that. But as I said a minute, we don't have that. And the minute I feel like we're not getting a song out or something, then I'll retire from the game. I love it. I love every single minute of it. I've loved being at the football club, and if it means losing my voice a few more times, then so be it.
Cheers, John. I'll let you go.